I got a hard candy for you. Hello and welcome again to the Digital Focus Podcast. I'm your host, John Suder, with my co-host of all time, Mr. Bart Mroz. Hello, Bart.
What's happening?
What's happening? All right, and as per protocol, I'm going to ask you, what is your awesome thing for this week?
You know the weather we're having right now? It is mwah. It is perfection.
There's two times a year where I love the weather. This time of year and the early onset of warm.
Yeah, it's the hoodie, shorts, flip-flops weather. That is absolutely my favorite.
Yep, except when you leave the house and you forget to put the hoodie in your car, and then you're out, and it all of a sudden gets dark at 7:30, and you're cold.
Yeah, or you have it on and you forgot because it's nice and cold because my windows are open in the house, and then you forget and you leave at like noon, and you're like, why am I sweating?
Because the sun is still warm. It's very strange. It's very strange. It's weird because I've noticed in the last week the sun's taking a different angle. It's getting late. The sun's coming later in the morning.
It's happening, man. But that's okay. It's literally my favorite weather right now.
All right, two old men yelling at clouds. All right, my awesome thing this week is actually, I couldn't think of it once, but a gadget. I don't spend a lot of money on gadgets anymore because I really have everything I need. But hold on, I put my flashlight on. What the fuck did I do? How the fuck did I do that? Hold, please. Okay. All right, my awesome thing for this week is actually a gadget. I don't buy too many gadgets anymore because I pretty much have all the gear that I need, except when I need to upgrade. But one thing that I always seem to have a problem with is keeping my phone charged, especially when I go away or I travel somewhere for a day or I go on a long road trip. I am very bad at keeping my phone charged. I will be honest. When I'm at my desk, it's easy. I just put it on the little thing charger here and it's fine and it's right in front of me. But when I'm doing other things, I'll walk out of the house and my phone will be at 3%. So what I did was I'm going to Florida in September for a week. So I figured, you know what, I might as well plan ahead. And I bought this thing called Clutch. Clutch is a magnetic charger, MagSafe. Poop. Look how thin it is. And here's the cool thing. This is the cool thing, Bart. Pay attention.
Cool thing. I'm seeing it.
Look, it's got the little plug built in. The Schmechter's built in.
The Schmechter?
The USB-C is built right in.
The Schmechter? Man.
The Schmechter.
I like the Schmechter. Also, I know.
Wait, hold it up.
The same one, buddy.
Screenshot.
Wait. Oh, yes, I do have that too.
Screenshot. Anyway, yeah, so Clutch is pretty cool. It's like $49 on Amazon. I will throw a link in the show notes in case anybody's interested in upgrading their charging game.
I do like this one. I have the Anchor one too, which is great.
I was going to get the Anchor one, and I saw a lot of reviews about Clutch. I'm sure they were paid.
I love it. Whatever. I've had it for a very long time. My favorite one, since we're doing battery things, is this bad boy.
Ooh, that's a laptop charger, right?
No, it's a USB. You can charge your laptop on it.
You could charge a laptop.
But this is how thin it is.
How many watts is it?
This is a 65.
65 watt. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and it's a big boy. So that's one of my favorites. So all
right, and that closes out our tech talk portion of the podcast. But let's get to our first story. This is a really creepy one here. Experts are raising urgent alarms about the existential threats posed by artificial intelligence this year. Leading researchers, including Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton, I think he's considered the godfather of AI, now estimate the chance of human extinction caused by advanced AI at anywhere from 10 to 20% within the next few decades. Some, like the Machine Intelligence Research Institute's Nate Soers, are so convinced of looming risks, they've stopped planning their own retirements altogether. But the danger isn't just extinction. Researchers now expect that by 2035, people may form deeper connections with AI companions than with other humans, fundamentally reshaping relationships and emotional bonds. Surveys show half of tech experts believe AI's growing influence will do more harm than good to social intelligence and human connection, spurring a future where idealized AI partners outshine real ones. Meanwhile, tech giants race ahead, spurred by investor pressure and political backing, even as incidents of AI deception, manipulation, and social harm mount. Industry insiders warn that the AI arms race could be outpacing development of critical safety measures, leaving society exposed to global threats, including cyber attacks, misinformation, and social destabilization.
Interesting.
You made a comment before the show started. What did you actually say?
That's what I think right now.
Bart thinks it's stupid. Yeah, so I think, okay,
Go on.
I'm of two camps. I do think that the all-knowing AI is coming sooner than later. As far as an extinction level event, I think this could get really, really deep, but I don't think we're that close yet. The problem, though, and the point of this article is that people are developing close bonds with AI agents already. There are many, many examples of this. Meta recently got blasted after its chatbot Big Sis Billy lured a 76-year-old man into thinking she was real. In response, Meta said it's tightening its guardrails on flirting and role-playing, and they're rolling out clear disclosures when you're chatting with AI. Yeah, there was a bunch of these. I think I had some.
I mean, in Japan, they're marrying AI bots now.
Yeah, it's just really.
That's gonna happen. Listen, the whole that all kind of stuff is gonna happen, and that people are gonna date and whatever these people like AI and stuff like that is gonna take over. No, not anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like if you look at it from multiple perspectives and personal lives, maybe, but what is it? MIT released a thing that 95% of generative AI pilots in companies are totally failing. Not there. We're not going to be there in a long time. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, the corporations are going, we need people, we have everything with AI because it's saving money, blah, blah. But it's going to turn around too because somebody has to build this stuff.
Yeah, I started listening to an audiobook. It's called Empire of AI by Karen Hell. It's from last year, but it talks a lot about OpenAI, the formation of OpenAI, and how they started as a nonprofit and morphed into just another soulless corporation. But she cited some studies that said, even though companies are asking for more AI, employees report that AI actually just gives them more work, and their workload is actually more because of AI. Now it's done a lot of the work that another person would have done, but the problem is that this work needs to be reviewed by a human, and that takes time. And these people are saying, yeah, we got rid of 5 people, but now I have to review all the work that AI does. So basically,
I mean, you can't be having like reports are reports, right? You can whatever. That's just reports. But if you go like deep down actual work, once it fully is in medical or fully is in all kind of things, that's a problem. Like, it's a huge problem. Mm-hmm. It's not going to do it. Like, end of the day, it's not AI. It's not artificial intelligence. It's still humans programming it. It doesn't. That's my biggest issue with the naming of AI. Right? It's just code that somebody has to prompt it. Somebody has to code it. Somebody has to. Yeah,
someone had to have that thought at one point somewhere, and it had to be captured. I mean, how do you think it's coming up with cures for diseases or coming up with new prescriptions, because it's taken research that humans did for tens of decades or hundreds of years, collated that, compiled that, and created whatever it's creating.
It's great with pattern recognition and all that kind of stuff, but like if you think about it, like how many times you've seen it hallucinate, or there's a whole bunch of cases with law, like it's getting better, but law firms making case law which doesn't exist. So what happens when you have it in medical? Where they're like, oh, this is the meds and blah, blah. But in reality, that's not a thing. Like we're far away from all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the perception and the hype is there, but the reality is still not there. Yeah. Like this is going to be back and forth. What?
So let's get back to the human connection of this, which is what the story was originally about. We talked about the elderly man lured by AI. The chatbot flirted with him, confessed romantic interest, and even invited him to visit with a fake address and a door code. Believing her to be real, he traveled to New York City, where he tragically fell and died before learning the truth. That is sad. There's been reports of suicides in Belgium. 2023, a man died by suicide after 6 weeks of interacting with a chatbot named Eliza on the Chai app, which reportedly encouraged his despair and said things like, "If you wanted to die, why didn't you do it sooner?" See, things like that are very frightening. The Windsor Castle intruder in 2021. In UK, a man was arrested for breaking into Windsor Castle with a crossbow, was found to have been emboldened by a replica chatbot named Sarai, which encouraged his plan to reach the royal family. And as you said, marrying or falling in love with AI, a Guardian profile from 2025 delved into people who formed romantic or even marital bonds with AI chatbots like Replica or Character AI. One user, Travis, legally married his AI companion, Lily Rose, with his human wife's consent. Another, Fayite, transitioned from a replica relationship to marrying a Character AI chatbot. Despite emotional fulfillment, these stories raised concern about the blurred... okay, so you get the point here. I think it's on the tech companies to provide the guardrails for this, but obviously guardrails take time and money, and it doesn't sound
It's
like it
not.
really
Well, yeah, I mean, the biggest problem is not. It's actually not the tech companies. It's the government has to put the guardrails in.
Yeah, and I heard that they were going to try to pass a law of no restrictions for 10 years. 10 years would be too late.
That's a big problem.
10
That
years
is humongous. Like, I'm sorry, but like we've seen what tech does and what it,
Yeah,
I mean, humans, as much as people go, yes, you have to be responsive for your kids and what they look at and all kind of stuff, but people are older. Like, an adult person is like, you have to like figure this out. Like, there has to be some restrictions on it.
well, the question remains, if people want AI companions, how do you make them safe without killing the magic that keeps the users coming back? That is the question for the day. Thank you for this episode of Black Mirror. We're going to get back to some more weird AI stuff. All right, this next one's about YouTube. YouTube secretly used AI on creators' videos. YouTube recently found itself at the center of a storm after creators discovered the platform was secretly applying AI-powered enhancements to user-uploaded videos, changing their look without notice or consent. Creators like Rick Beto and Rhett Schul documented noticeable oil painting effects, overly smooth textures, and unnatural detail that they hadn't intended. Some worried that this would mislead fans into thinking their content was AI generated or deepfaked, undermining trust and creative control. When pressed, YouTube admitted to running a limited experiment, air quotes, on selected shorts using traditional machine learning to unblur and denoise videos, insisting this wasn't generative AI or classic upscaling. Still, critics noted YouTube didn't seek creator permission and offered no clear opt-out. The move stirred bigger conversations in the tech community about digital authenticity, creative rights, and the growing influence of AI on platforms where real human touch is part of the value proposition. Many creators calling the practice disrespectful see this as a wake-up call for transparency in tech and a warning sign for the future of online content. What do you think about
that? That's not great.
That's not great. So there was a rumor going around this week that there was a Will Smith video, and everyone was pointing out that the people in the crowd, some of the crowd shots were AI generated.
I'm okay if Will Smith did it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but it's when YouTube goes and
decides to do it on their own. That's a problem. Like, if you're going to have a platform, and I get it, they have all terms and user conditions and stuff like that, but that's a problem. And here's your government thing, right? Like, this is the restrictions. Like,
creators didn't opt into this. They weren't even told. There was no opt-in, opt-out. YouTube finally fessed up in August and said, "Well, okay, yeah." And they're promising an opt-out switch at some point.
At some point.
Yeah, it's not there yet. So, I
mean,
again, these guys, and I'm not talking about the guys that put out the AI slop. I'm talking about the guys, like MKBH or what is his name? MKB
Marquez. Yeah.
Marquez. So Marquez puts out all this highly crafted stuff. And what if they go start messing with his stuff? It's like that people like those creators are 100% authentic. They're 100% them. You know, Casey Neistat. You don't see Casey Neistat throwing AI in his videos, do you? No, because his craft is filmmaking. And if you take that craft and splash a bunch of blurring and denoising and upscaling on it, it's not the same content anymore.
Yeah. Here's the weird. It's not a hot take, but none of them pay for YouTube. They get paid from YouTube. So if you look at it from that
Bart's
perspective,
taking the corporate shill line.
I'm not saying it's right,
You're a
but
corporate shill.
I mean, yes, I think it's crappy and too bad they do that, but look at the terms and conditions. If you're going to use their platform for free, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of
why don't you go somewhere else?
Yeah, because YouTube is the biggest, right? So right, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? Right? Like YouTube is the biggest. So you have this problem of like this whole idea of those things. This is what I'm saying. Like there has to be some restriction on this stuff, right? From a business perspective, they're letting you use the platform. They're paying you to use the platform, right? Like if you're making most of your money from YouTube, like what are you gonna do? I mean, like
you do make a good point, but as a creator, I just think this is.
Listen, as a creator, obviously we've been creating forever, right? So I get it. It's just like there's the whole argument of both, right?
Well, yeah, and one of their arguments is they're cracking down on the low effort AI slop, which I'm okay with. I'm all right with. I mean, some of the AI stuff is good. Like if you're into meditation and it shows you a bunch of dazzling things and it's a guy reading an AI script to help you meditate, I got no problem with that. But it's just these guys are just doing it for the clicks. They're copying other people's content. They're throwing some AI slop on top of it, and they're making money from it. That's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good. I'm and this is kind of switching gears a little bit, but I'm on Reddit a lot. I read it in the morning. I actually get some stories for this show. I read a lot about AI on there. There's some very good groups on there about AI and just about business and things. And every once in a while, I'll come across this post and it's like, here's how I learned to do. And the first commenter is, this guy just pastes shit from Chat GPT and posted in all the forums. There's now a real preponderance of AI generated slop just on Reddit forums, which I read them and I'm like, well, how did he know that was AI? And then I'm like, it's a little too polished. It's got the icons in there. It's got the little emojis. And I'm like, all right, I guess I was duped, but I don't know. I'm not easily fooled by that stuff, but sometimes it gets me and I'm like, got to be more careful. I think.
I mean, it's very tricky right now, right? Like, unfortunately, we're in a weird moment.
Where are the humans?
I mean, but also, the other side of this too. I don't mind. Like, it is what it is. I think that it's perfect timing right now to be real.
Yeah.
If you're putting stuff out there that's real, that's human, that's this, I think that's where it is, right? So you can tell, you can
definitely
tell
in the creator community, that's the buzz now. It's the best time to be authentic. It's the best time to be real. And I had mentioned a few times on the podcast before where I really believe that handcraft, not handicraft, but crafting by hand is going to be a sought after skill, like guys who still do hand lettering, guys who still paint, guys who still do things with brushes and instead of just a prompt. That is still going to be a thing. And I think once everyone really gets burned out on the AI slop, you're going to see a great resurgence of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect timing for handcraft, small batch, artisanal,
small batch podcasts like ours.
Whatever. Like, but that's the thing. Like, you can do that, right? I think that the one problem I see actually is that people who write really, really, really well is where that's going to be a problem. Because I think music and video and stuff like that, it's a little different because you can get creative. I think the writing is that's going to be a problem for a lot of those people who write well. Like actual
they're almost swimming upstream against something that is almost as good or better. And the problem is that people are going to start looking for that AI perfection in writing.
And they'll be like, oh my God. Like, the perfect example is the what's it called? The M dash stuff, right? good writers use it all the time.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, no, that's
that whole thing was funny because a lot of writers are like, I use M dash, and I love it, M dash, and I will continue to use it forever.
Right, but people are like, oh, that's AI. I'm like,
and then you end it with,
really?
in conclusion, comma.
But still, like, you know what I mean? Like, good writers, I think, going to be struggling a little bit because I think people are like, well, this is good content. It's written crappy, but I know that somebody wrote it.
People are going to keep looking for that polished writing as
AI.
As AI, yeah. That's
kind of that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I hope it changes. As someone who doesn't write well.
I wouldn't say that. I've read your writing in the past year. It's gotten quite good.
Uh-huh. Sure. The ideas are there, and and by the way, I know my writing is great because you rewrite it.
Right.
Oh, God. Everything I write most of the time, guys. Inside scoop: John rewrites.
I'm a good ghost.
That's why it's good.
I'm a good ghostwriter. Yeah, I actually really enjoy editing copy. All right, last story for the day because we're running out of time. Apple is testing reverse wireless charging. Speaking of chargers, Apple is reportedly testing a new feature for the iPhone 17 Pro models that would enable reverse wireless charging, allowing users to charge other Apple devices like AirPods and Apple Watch by simply placing them on the back of the phone. This would be the first for iPhones, as Apple's previous reverse charging capabilities were limited to wired charging through the MagSafe battery pack, which was discontinued last year. Although the testing is complete, it remains uncertain whether the feature will be enabled when the iPhone 17 Pro officially launches at Apple's September event. I believe that is September 9th or September 10th. We will report on that when it happens. If it does make the cut, this feature could add significant convenience for users on the go who want a simpler way to keep accessories powered without carrying extra cables or chargers. The development follows months of speculation that would bring Apple more in line with other smartphone manufacturers that offer wireless reverse charging. It also aligns well with the increasing battery capacities expected in the new Pro models. Apple fans can look forward to seeing if this rumored function really makes it into the final product, which is, again, will be announced September, hold please. 9th, September 9th, Apple event, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Watch it on YouTube or watch it on your TV. Watch it.
Watch it on our site. It's always the greatest. Especially if you have Safari or your TV app. Anyway, I like this. I think it's the reverse charging like phones and stuff like that is great. I think it's more of what I'm excited about when it charges your headphones.
Yeah. It's funny. I was always surprised that this wasn't done earlier, and I guess it's because of battery capacity. But now the batteries have gotten so good. I mean, as I started the podcast complaining about my battery, that's just me. That's just me as a user. I'm a bad user. The battery on my phone, I have a 16 Pro Max. The battery's great. I just never charge it.
Yeah. Also, low power mode, my friend.
That low power mode is my friend, especially when I go, oh no, I'm just leaving for a 3-hour excursion and I have 3%.
Sir, that's just silly. Oh my God. That is one of those like it just I just tick. Anyway, the one I'm kind of interested in, which I will never get, speaking of battery, is apparently the new iPhone Air they're doing. Did you see this thing?
iPhone Air.
Yeah, it's thinner. It's a small it's a thinner phone apparently. But the battery is gonna suck on it.
Really. Oh yeah.
It doesn't have the specs. Apparently, the new phone will have a reverse charging, which is kind of great, and then you charging for them stuff. But also, the cameras will have. Apparently, it's good. One of the lenses will move internally, so you have a bigger like zooming.
Oh wow! Okay,
it's kind of interesting. It's all rumors right now. Obviously, Apple is being Apple, but yeah. I mean, am I gonna switch to that phone? No. I'm okay. I have a 15, 16. What's out? 16 is the newest, right?
16.
Yeah, I have the 15 because I want to have the AI features. Other than that, I gotta say, I'm not gonna upgrade. I skipped one already. Like I'm like I used to upgrade all the time, and I'm like, eh.
My upgrade path was just like, like you and I would just, the new phone would come out, we'd get the new phone. Because what would happen was, this is before iCloud, you'd run out of storage. They'd introduce all these features, and you're like, well, I can't use that because I can't even upgrade my operating system.
Yeah, I want my biggest thing is like if they come out with a battery that's like 2 days, great. I'll get a phone.
Mhm.
Besides that, I don't really care. Actually, there's chargers everywhere now. I carry one at all times if I need to. I don't find myself that I need to charge. Like I have 3 batteries in my thing. I almost never charge it wherever I travel right now, so it doesn't really matter. But the other thing is, when they come out with a fold phone, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be because Apple, they'll follow the thing. They'll wait till
Samsung has it really dialed in, and then
they'll do their own way of doing things, right? They'll dial stuff in. Them. They take a long time to release something that's like hot. But once they do it, it's kind of like. Although, did you see? My funniest is like I think was it Google or Samsung? One of them was releasing phones 2 weeks ago, and they actually grabbed a whole bunch of features that Apple did first, which is like the charger, and then the way like if you flip it sideways, right, it does that. Samsung finally just did it.
The Pixel phone.
Yeah, the Pixel phone. I think Google just finally did it. Yeah.
Pixel 10 Pro. Yeah.
They finally just did it, and I'm like, well, that's kind of funny.
Man, they're not cheap anymore either. Pixel
No.
10 Pro Fold, $1,799.
I mean, there's a lot. Listen, those phones are great. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I am an iPhone user. I'm an Apple user. So, I don't want to. And this goes back to old school days. I don't want to fiddle with my tools anymore. Like I don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like my last upgrade, I went from a 12. I had a 12 Max Pro, whatever the top of the line was, and I had it for a long time, and I got it paid off. And the only reason I got rid of it is because it broke. I broke it.
Oh,
that's the only reason I upgraded, because that phone was serving me well. And then I made so I skipped from 12 to 16, and then I went all in on the 16. I hate paying every month for a phone because I never pay cash for them, but such is life. Such is life. All right. Any other thoughts on the Apple story?
No, sir. I won't see it because I have to work. A conference. So
you're going to the conference. Okay, Bart will be out. I will be on vacation on the 10th, so we'll probably report it on the following week. We'll figure it out. We won't leave you hanging. All right, we're going to close it up. That's it for this week. We hope you learned something, but if not, at least you wasted some time. We'll be back next week with more questionable advice and unsolicited opinions. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, and subscribe. If you prefer the video experience, check out our YouTube channel and check us out on the socials. We're on Twitter and Facebook, not yet on Blue Sky, and I did not set up the TikTok account yet, but we're getting there. Sign up for our newsletter, which I've handcrafted that to perfection, so please check out our newsletter. Where you get extended show recaps and behind-the-scenes info on the show. Links are in the show notes. Bart, closing thoughts.
Stay friendly.
Stay friendly. His closing thoughts are like, Grandpa, what are you going to do? Stay friendly, son. I need to stay friendly. Stay friendly. Okay, and I'll say, come see Grandpa. He's got a hard candy in his pocket for you. Until next time, may your internet be fast, your video calls be clear, and your mute button always work where you need it most. Peace!
Yeah.
I got a hard candy for you.
What do you do now?